Hello boys and girls, and welcome to Sunday School. We are continuing our big story of God's forever kingdom that's found in the Bible. And today's story is from the Gospel of Matthew in the New Testament. Let's start by looking at our poster. What do you see in this picture? Is there anything you wonder about? I wonder who these men are. I wonder where they came from and where they're going. I wonder why the big star is in the sky. Let's find out more in our story. We've heard the story of Jesus being born. A host of angels appeared to the shepherds and announced his birth. And there were others who were waiting for Jesus' arrival too. People were coming from a far distance to worship this special baby, the forever King. Our story today tells us that Jesus was the forever King, not only of Israel, but of all the nations of the world. In an eastern country far, far from Israel, there were several wise men, or magi, who studied the stars in the night sky. When they saw a new and wonderful star in the sky, they understood that a special king had been born amongst the Jewish people. They traveled all the way to Jerusalem because they wanted to find and worship the newborn king of the Jews. When they got to Jerusalem, they started asking around to find the newborn king. Then they met with King Herod, who was very disturbed to hear that a new king had been born. Herod thought that he was the king of the Jews, and he became very jealous and angry when he heard about the birth of this new king. King Herod was also a very cunning and evil man. He said to the wise men, "I want you to search for the young child, and when you find him, come back and tell me, so that I can worship him too." This was a lie, because Herod secretly made a plan to kill the newborn King Jesus as soon as he found him. But God's plan was greater and could not be changed. God would protect his son, Jesus. Herod sent the wise men to Bethlehem, the place where the prophets had said that a special king would be born. The wise men followed the new star to Bethlehem and found the forever King Jesus. They fell on their knees and worshipped Jesus and gave him precious gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. This is what our memory verse is about today. Let's read it. They saw the young child with Mary his mother and fell down and worshipped him. Matthew 2:11. That night the wise men had a dream where God warned them not to go back to King Herod. They obeyed God and went back to their own country with stories of the wonderful new king in Israel. Joseph also had a dream where an angel of the Lord told him to take Mary and Jesus and quickly escape from Bethlehem and travel to the faraway land of Egypt. By obeying God, they kept Jesus safe from Herod. Nothing could stop God from fulfilling his promise of sending the forever king. God's promise to Abraham years ago was being fulfilled. Jesus, the forever king, had been born, not just for the Israelites, but for people from faraway lands, and for people right here and now, for you and me. Jesus came as the forever king for all people. The visit of the wise men from the east tells us that Jesus was the forever king for all nations, including you and me, and our friends and our neighbors. We have good news to share with all people, that the Savior of the whole world has come to rescue us. That's our story for today. Bye for now. See you next week.